I'm Lauren with Pack Hacker, and today we're going to be taking a detailed look at the Bihn old school carryall, which I've been testing for the last 2 weeks. Let's dive in. So this duffel is actually a reissue of a duffel that Bihn had in the 90s. So there was a little bit of feedback from the community based off of some features they wanted added, and this duffel is the result of that. So you can kind of see it here with this throwback logo that they have here. So it does have more of a modern look to it. It kind of has that Bihn feel, but a little bit of a fun logo there. So starting off with the materials, we have a 1050D ballistic nylon, and then on the inside here, this is the black colorway with the coyote liner. The coyote liner is a 210D ballistic nylon. So overall super durable, which is really great because this is the kind of bag that you kind of like take with you if you're going to the gym or if you're going on, if you're going climbing. This is really great for that. But it's also really good for just generic trips where you don't really need that much. You just kind of need a bag that you can just put all of your stuff in, grab it, and go. So I'll kind of walk you through all of the features here, but we have YKK zippers, both on I guess all 3 pockets here. And then there is a key strap in here with YKK hardware as well. So overall, a pretty sturdy bag here. It's designed to sit flat. You can kind of tell just based off of, I guess this is a good way to look at it. So the bottom is so much larger than the top, which makes it sit really structured as a duffel. And it's only, I believe it's like 22 liters or so. So it's definitely something where you have that a good amount of space without being too bulky. And then these handles as well, they're designed so that they stick straight up and they'll just kind of like come together in the center at all times. You can kind of see how it looks on the side there. So that makes for easier grabbing. So a lot of duffels too will the straps will flop over, so you have to grab one, grab the other. And this stood up really well. And there's a good amount of foam padding in here as well, so it is a really comfortable carry. This is how I found myself carrying it for the most part, just because it is such an easy grab. And then as well with this shape, it held really nicely against my side. So it does taper out, but when I grabbed it, it just kind of barely bumped up against me rather than some duffels that could feel really bulky. So that is a nice feature as well. And then if you want, you can add an additional carry strap. It's compatible with their absolute shoulder strap. So that is an option for you as well. So also on the outside here, we have 2 of these loops on either side, and so you can use these kind of as support as you are zipping or unzipping, but the zippers are really smooth. I didn't really have any issues with getting them open or closed, but this is also really good for hanging. So some gyms will have places where you can hang your bag up if you're in the bathroom or something like that. This is really good for that. It's placed a little bit, it's kind of centered, but when it does hang, it hangs really straight. So that's really nice because, it's not lopsided or going all over the place. You can kind of decide which orientation you want to actually hang it from. So overall, the outside here is really nailed in for just kind of ease of use. One last thing is there are also these loops here for attaching carabiners or additional accessories or anything like that. So starting off with this front pocket here, opening that up, it's kind of got a half, not even a half moon, it's a 1/8 of a moon. And so this pocket here has a good amount of space in it. So this is kind of acts as my dump pocket. So, if I were going to the gym, it'd be a water bottle, deodorant for after the fact, some face wipes for after, face lotion for after, and then in here as well fits my keys, wallet, and phone. So this is a really great pocket for just kind of sticking everything in here. You can see there's a good amount of space there. So These pockets here, these are 3D pockets, so they're independent from this main compartment here. And even when I stuffed these out a lot, they really didn't cut into that main compartment space. So that was really convenient. The biggest thing is that it does cut down on how much space you do have in this main compartment. You'll see it's a little on the skinnier side, but anything that, change of clothes or something like that, if you wanted to start putting it in this outside pocket, that's fine to do as well. So they have this key strap here that I mentioned earlier, as well as O-rings. There are 3 O-rings at the top here for additional accessories. 3 in this pocket, 3 on the pocket on the other side, and then there are 4 in this main compartment here. So there's a total of 10. So you do have a lot of customization options with this as well. So this is, again, kind of like I said, just where I put most of my items that I would just quick grab, any of the smaller stuff that I wanted to keep separate. And then going to this other pocket here, this is a great pocket for shoes, or if you have like a bathing suit or anything that's just like a towel, something that's you don't want to get into the rest of your bag just because it's like wet or dirty or something like that. And it does have this mesh on the outside, so any of that dirt and the odor will escape, which is really nice as well. So opening it up here, I have just my gym shoes. They're not overly dirty, but it's still nice to keep them separate from the rest of my gear, especially if I'm coming in from, outside weather and I just want to swap out my shoes when I get there. So I have size 8 shoes here, but I also have, as an example, a size 10.5 men's. So this fits in here nice as well. So you can see like my size 8 shoes obviously had so much more space in there, but even with a size 10.5 shoe, which I'll leave in here so you can kind of see in comparison to the main compartment, it still fits like perfectly in there. So it doesn't impact the shape of the bag at all. It just kind of like everything that you slot in here just slots in very nicely, which I think is a really nice touch. It just kind of exists, and then everything you put in just is a nice addition. So this main compartment here is, like I mentioned, a little bit on the skinnier side, just because these pockets on the outside are 3D pockets and they don't interact with this main compartment here. So in here I've got a sweater, some leggings, a workout tank, some shorts, and then on the inside you can see, I can show that a little bit so it auto focuses for you, but that in there is that coyote colorway, and it does have a little bit of marking up coming here and there, but it is fairly easy to clean. So there's also on all of the pockets the inside of that, yeah, there it is, the inside of that cordura, or the inside of the ballistic nylon is like, it's like a taped almost, so it's super easy to clean as well if you do happen to get anything a little bit more wet in there, or for easy cleans. So this pocket, like I mentioned, the walls here are just like the pockets have their walls here, and then the rest of this space in the center is just open for you to pack. So this is where the O-rings are, so you can add additional accessories if that's something that you want to do. But for the most part, the other pockets, depending on how full they are, they'll kind of start to cut into that space, but not overly so. In general, it's not a huge amount of space anyway, so it really is best suited for a day or a change of clothes if you're going to the gym, or if you're doing like an overnight trip somewhere. This is really great for that if you want to bring an extra pair of shoes, or you just have some additional toiletries or something like that. This bag is more than just a gym bag. I mean, that's why they call it the carry-all, is that they kind of reamped this duffel that was intended for the gym and made it more than just a gym duffel. So there you have it, the Bihn Old School Carry-All. Thanks for keeping it here at Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel, and we'll see you in the next one.